Hello everybody, welcome to Goodness Gracious Crafting. I'm Jackie. Today I wanted to share with you, I had got a message from a place called In Love Arts, and they had some dies and different things, and it was 50% off. So I thought, hey, I need to try these. So I just got my shipment today, and I thought I would try them out for the first time with all of you. Um, Even though it's In Love Arts that I bought it from, it has a cute little packaging. First one that I got, this one is the little cross with the cut into it of Jesus' face. I thought that would be really neat to do for any of my religious cards or Easter cards. So I'm trying to figure out where this opens up with my little rubber fingers. Feeling is not part of the bargain. Okay. I'm sorry if y'all are getting annoyed with the wrapper. Oh, and by the way, if you hear something in my background, I have a she shed. It has an air conditioner in here, and then I have a fan in front of the air conditioner. For my videos, I turn the air conditioner off, but I do leave my fan on, so you might be hearing my fan too. And I apologize if it bothers you. Okay, this one, I should have kept up with the names of these, but I'll put it in the description below. But you open up the, look at that. It's even got a little tail and everything. But this is the first one. And this is what the die looks like. It looks like it's probably a pretty good die. I don't see any flaws or anything that, you know, is recognizable. We'll see how it cuts. It's two-piece, so you've got that part and the inner part. The second one that I got, I think I'd do better to get my scissors out to open them. The second one is, it's kind of like, it makes me think of like a little bookmark die, but some of the pictures of it show it very pretty, like doing it almost like stained glass when you fill in like the flowers with the different colors and make like the outline in black, like you're in between your stained glass. So I don't know about that, but it's very nice, looks good. Don't look like anything would be wrong with it unless it doesn't cut. We'll see. Let's see, this one is, and I have seen somebody use this one before, so I'm kind of excited about it. It's another religious one. I don't do a lot of religious cards, but when I do, I don't have a lot of dies for them. So I was excited that I could get a few in my stash for, you know, when I'm doing those type of cards. But this one has Jesus, and it has Jesus loves, or Jesus, let's see, Jesus saves, Jesus loves, and Jesus forgives. So you can do them all together or do whatever you want to in front of it. You know, that's what you do. And it looks like it cuts each letter out separately too. So we'll see. Some of these little designs like this that are so intricate, they don't always cut right, but we'll see. Okay. I got a total of 6, so this one is the fourth one. This one is a pinwheel, which I think is just so neat. I love these little foxes holding these pieces too. That's just too cute. I'll have to use those foxes for something. But this is the pinwheel. And it looks like it's probably, well, let's see. It is, it's about 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So it's pretty nice. It's square. I think the other ones are the same size. That one's the same. Oh, that one's not. That one's a rectangle. So, but that's the pinwheel. We'll see how it does. And then this one was just so interesting. I've got a couple that do these, like all the different shapes and stuff, but there was something on this one. I don't remember what it was. It may come to me when I start doing something with it, but you can shift these shapes around and make all sorts of designs, and I just think that's so cool. I don't recall what the design was, but I'll have to look at it, get some inspiration. But it's very cute. It's got a lot of shapes on it. And then this is the last one. It's a rectangle. It's probably a 4 by 6, but let me see, or 4 1/4. We'll see what size it is. Okay, it is 1, 2, 3, 3 3/4 by 2, 3, 4, 5 and 5.5. 3 3/4 by 5.5. And this one kind of, depending on, I guess, what you do with different designs and different parts of it. Now me, I would do like 3 different colors, and then I would like mix them or set them up in some type of design, and keep all the pieces together. But I have seen people before with these kind go ahead and break these inner pieces out, but on this kind I like to leave them as they are. Now this one I can pull pieces out, may or may not, but that one I'm more likely to do something like that than I am this one. But anyway, so we're gonna try these. First thing I gotta do, my big shot is over here, and I need to cut my paper down to 6 inches so that it'll go through the card maker thing. I got my good paper cutter in the house, so I'm just going to use this old memory keeper one. Let's see. It's so hard to see this one because they did it in dark color that I had to put a piece of tape where I'm going or mark it with a marker. So I don't know what the idea was to do it like that, but I'm going to do a blue in that color, and then I'm going to do this color blue and do a 6 in it. And then I'm going to get a purple. If you've ever bought from In Love Arts, let me know in the comments. I'd like to know, you know, even if these work out, how are their other products and what your thoughts are about it. And, you know, if you think that, you know, some of their other items are really worth the money. This is a really bright color. I know y'all can see it. I know I can see it. It's glowing more than my fingers are right now. Okay, I think that's all. I've got more of the same colors, but that's all of these, so we'll just use these for now. Put this away and make room for the big shot. Let me move my glue. I don't need it right now. I have the extended plates on my big shot. And I also have a magnetic sheet, but my magnetic sheet that I use is actually for my Cuttlebug, but it's extended like the others. I'll show it to you. I may not have to use it, but if I do, it's right here. This is my Cuttlebug magnetic plate. You can see it's in really good shape. It really doesn't get a lot of damage as long as you use the right plates as you're, you know, doing your dies, and use your cutting plate. I have made the mistake before by putting something on, but I love to have it beside me so that I can just stick these that I'm gonna do on it, because I mean it holds very well. I'm sure it's just like the ones for the Sizzix and Spellbinders and all of those, but I just haven't upgraded because I really haven't had to. This one does the job for me, and it's the right size, and so that right there, I can put all of these on there and they don't fall off. That's where it's very useful to me when I'm die cutting, to keep things so that they stay somewhere. Helps me a lot. Okay, I already got something on that one side. I'll just put that on the bottom. Okay, so to do your die cutting, you can see how used up my cutting plate is. When you're going to do just a regular die cut, you just leave it on number 2 and put your cutting plate on. And we'll see, these may need extra this or less of that, but they usually come out pretty good from different people to do it this way. I might have to use a shim. And we're going to do purple for the first one. So we put our paper down, put our cutting plate down, put our paper down. I'll do it this way. And then we're going to put, I'm going to take these apart because, well, yes, I'm taking these apart. And I usually just bend and they pop out. Sometimes if there's a little lip, you might need to cut it off. If it's only that small, I leave it alone because I don't want to damage my die just to be picky about it. Okay, we're gonna, let's see. I think I'd rather have it this way and this way. Yes. Sometimes you fiddle these around till you get them where they take up less space and you can use them better in the spots that they're in. And some people tape theirs down. Unless I'm having issues with them, I don't. So to start out, we're not going to. But I am going to go ahead, since I'm doing the religious ones, I'll do this one at the same time that I do the cross. And let's see how it cuts. Then we put our top plate on. Call it my pretty plate. And then we're just going to roll it through gently. And I always roll back. Now, I know a lot of people don't. This is just my way. So, I always roll back unless it's too much pressure. I mean, if it's more pressure than normal, then I would leave it. Okay. So, whoops. Making a mess. Now, let's pull this up. Looks like it did pretty well the way it looks on the bottom. Let's see the second piece. Okay, that one cut very well. So cutting don't seem to be a problem. This paper's like 80 weight maybe. Okay, so there's that piece. And then these I'm wondering about how they're gonna be. So we're going to find out. Oh, they all stayed in. So that means they're probably going to be pretty good. Alright, let me move this out of the way. And I'm going to put this blue piece over my ugly. That way we can see what I'm doing a little better. Okay, hopefully y'all can see everything. Looks like you can. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is take, now this is where Jackie should have been prepared and had her stuff all sitting here to do everything. Where is my, okay, just a minute. I'll be right back. I'm going to find that. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Actually, I have taken my Sizzix brush and left it in the house. We've been transferring stuff back and forth because I was getting insulation put in. So some of my things are still in there where I did work in there, and some of it's out here, and that's obviously in there. But I got this little Dollar Tree one, which does the job. No, no big deal. I just don't prefer the way that this brush, the bristles come out. So it's not really high quality. But anyway, I'm going to use it. The way I do it, I flip it over, and then I hold up one edge like so, and then I roll. And I just roll all over it until all the little pieces that are supposed to come out have came out. And this looks like it's going to be a good one. They seem to have all came out except for maybe some of these tiny little parts right here, which I can take the little pokey tool and poke that out or scratch it out. Well, not with this one. This is why I don't use this one, but you do what you gotta do when you gotta do it. So it's alright as a backup. I also have, you can see where that one, that's the only little piece that got hung out of all of it. So let's see what it looks like. Let's move this piece over. Move this over. And now we're going to poke into all these little holes, the random holes that are where the main piece is. I don't know if y'all can even see what I was doing. I got my hand in the way. So usually you can pull out. You just have to see if it's really delicate. Some little pieces, and I do see two little pieces right here that didn't come out, but I can poke them out after I get it out. So we take this out like so. Let me lay it down and see what we got. And that is what we have. It looks kind of good on that blue. Oh yeah, I see. His nose, his eyes, the crown of thorns. That's really neat. So I'll probably do a blue one. That way I can put this on blue and put blue on this. But right now we're just going to move on to the next piece. But that one is successful. I like that. That one turned out very well. Just these few little pieces. Where were they? I saw them when I first took it out. Oh, they're over here. No, they're actually not pieces. They're actually just little grooves that are cut right there. So all the pieces came out. Well, no. These right here. There's one. Well, maybe not. Nope, those are cut pieces too. Anyway, so there's that one. We'll do the blue one before we're all done. Okay, and then let's check on this. The Jesus part, and just roll your brush over. And they should just fall out as long as it's a good dye. And that one did. No problem on that part. Now here's the intricate part. So when you roll over it, you got to be careful because your bristles will get stuck, even with the Spellbinders one. But you can kind of roll quickly over it and you might get some of the little holes out. But I find it's easier to just poke, and some of them that are holes, you'll poke them, and some of them will be the parts that release the words. So we'll start with this one that says loves. This ain't the best poker. Okay, let's see if we can get it off without breaking it. Okay, the O needs to be poked somewhere. There we go. It should release. Oh, the L's not connected. Okay. So there's the O-V-E-S. Turn it your way. O-V-E-S. And then we'll get the L out. It would be a lot easier to work without my fingers like this. I should have just washed my hands, and then I could just continue with what I'm doing. Okay, there's the L. Oops. These fingers just don't work right. Let's see how it goes. Okay, it goes kind of upward like that. So there's loves. Let's see. Now we'll do saves. They don't have as many holes, so it'll probably come out pretty easy. There's the S. Saves. There we go. There's saves. I've still got a couple little holes to poke out. And then here is forgives. Almost got it. Okay. Let's see if it comes off from the back. There's the F. I may have it upside down. No, I don't. Or do I? Yes, I had it upside down. It wants to stay upside down. I think it's sticking to my little rubber fingers and not going. Okay, there's the F. And then the rest of it should be loosened. There it comes. Forgives. There we go. I say that is successful. That one worked out pretty good. Let's see if these little holes poke out okay. They should. If the word comes out that good, usually your little holes in here. That one's a big one actually. There we go. See, it just pokes right out. And so I think the way it showed, when you do this, you kind of do it like the hugs ones, where you put Jesus and then you put like saves over it. So that would be good, 2 different colors. So that's that one. I'm putting all those over there where I need to get paper from. Okay. So let me move this. Put these over here. I like that. That's awesome. Okay. Let me throw my little scraps away. Okay. So next, let's do this one. That way we can show on that blue paper. Next, we're going to do, let's see. I'll tell you what. Let's do the pinwheel. Now it's got stitching and it's got cutting. So we want to see if it'll give me both the cut and the stitch. because that's important to me. I don't know about everybody, but it is to me. I like that stitched look. So if I can have it stitched, I want stitched. Okay, since we're using this long tray, we can do 2 at a time. Let's do the other square one. It's so stuck on this magnet. Let's do this one, because we're going to do more than one color on both of these, if you ask me anyway. And on things like this, always save your little bits, because your little bits, I've left some glue on that. Your little bits, you know, if you decide to fill them in, or if you decide to raise them up and give them dimension, or whatever you decide to do, you may not know just yet. But save all your little bits on these type of dies so that you can decide what you're going to do, and you'll have that option. Okay, let's put my top tray on. This is done the same way as we did the other. It's on the number 2 on the big shot. And then you've got your cut plate, your paper, then your die, then your top plate. Okay, so let's roll it on. Now these will roll a little bit harder than just regular little dies. And so I do not roll these a second through when they, you know, tug like that. Most of your bigger, like frame dies, to me anyway, they do put a little bit more stress. So I don't run them through twice unless they're just not tight for some reason. Okay, let's see how this one is. I think I'm going to try to use this little poker this time. Ooh, it looks like it's going to be good. So far, so good. Let's see the other one. Ooh, that one does too. It looks like it cut very well. Okay, so let's move the blue out of the way. This blue. And let's put this blue back up here so we can see what we have. Now, I'll tell you how I do this. You can do it any way you want. But if you have a sticky mat, or if you have a sticky card, and you put this on there just like this right here, and then you take your brush and you roll over it like that right there, all your pieces will stay right where they're supposed to stay, and you can make a decision later on what you want to do with it. And as long as you put your plastic over your sticky mat, you'll have them. Now doing it like this, you just need to raise up part of it as you're rolling, so that they'll kind of stay where they need to. And I'm going to do it this way because everybody might not have a sticky mat. And so you can do it this way. There's no issue. It's just, I like to keep up with where all my little pieces go, but it is kind of a nightmare sometimes because I get them all on my mats. Then I want to do something on the mat, and the mat's got pieces from all these different dies. So everybody does something different. Now there's one little square piece that needs to fall right there. Okay. It and the triangle under it. There's that one. And this little triangle that goes to the one under it. Maybe. And then this piece, you might have to poke and you might not have to. This one looks like it's just going to pop out for me. They come out a little bit flimsy. I don't think this paper's 80. I'm thinking this paper may be 60. But once you put it down, it's very, very nice. And if you put it down the way that the triangles were set, you'll do a lot better. But like with me, if I do 2 or 3 different colors, then I might make a full design out of this and put different colors in each one of these, or however. So we might do something with that in the next video. But right now I'm just wanting to test these dies. So this one right here, it looks like everything, yep, everything cut out. It looks very, very good, very neat, very organized. Yep, no little pieces hanging off, no holes all in it, none of that. So that's a good little die right there. So let me put these over there. And that. And now let's look at this pinwheel. I see I stuck it on my magnet over here. It sticks for good. Okay. So on this one, we're going to roll. We're going to raise it up. Roll again. Huh. I don't know how this one really did. It looks like it's all coming out as one piece. I'm not real sure. Yeah, it is coming out like that. Look at that. That's actually very pretty. But I hope all those little pieces come out. Okay, let's see. Alright, the main design, that goes over here. This part goes over here. This, oh, it goes on down. This part goes here. And this is kind of like those little quilt square things too. I like this. Especially with that stitch, whoop. Especially with that stitching in there. That just makes it even prettier. Hang on, I dropped a piece. Okay. That one goes there. And then we have the pinwheel, which looks like it'll pop out the same. Yeah. Look at there. All these little pieces just come right out. No problem. This is really pretty too. Really, really pretty. And you know, you can, if you wanted to make this without having the border, all you do is put your glue on the little pieces, have your diagram down like this on your paper, and put the glue or tape on there, and then stick it in that spot. And then when you're done, just raise this up and you'll leave your pinwheel there. Or you can make different colors and fill in all your spots with different colors, which is one of my favorite things to do. Oh, it would be pretty with some kind of flowers or stripes of different color. That would be interesting. It might be too busy. I don't know. It would be, this is a good one to play with for sure. Yes, I like this. And it's kind of cool that it did stay together. That way you can kind of position it. If you had it on a sticky mat, it probably would have stayed. The pieces probably would have stayed. But this, my order is all mixed up. I mean, I'm going in order, but they're not where they're supposed to be. There we go. There's the pinwheel. Ta-da! Needs a little thicker paper than what I just used, but that one's really, really pretty. I like that. And now your stitching is not on this. Your stitching is on all of these pieces. Every one of these pieces has stitching, even the border pieces and all the little pinwheel pieces. They all have stitching, but the actual design border does not have stitching, just so you know. Okay, so that's that one. So far we're doing great with these. I'm glad. I mean, 50% off, I saved a little, but no matter how much you spend, I mean, little or a lot, It's nice when your money actually, you know, comes through for you. Okay, so now we're going to do this bright yellow. Oh, that's the side I got a little dirty. We'll put this one on here, and we'll put the little, I call it a bookmark one, but you could do a small card with it, or it can be part of your design. And now I'm not going to take all these designs out of this one. I like to keep them in there. I just really have all kinds of ways that I do those, and you know, in future videos I'll show you those things. Let's see. Let's get our plate in. And here we go. I will say these are all rolling pretty well. You know, they're a little tighter when they're plates like that. It'll pop, make some cracking popping sounds, but that's normal as long as it ain't bending up into the air. Well, that one came right off. Okay. So, there's no border, there's no nothing left on that one. That one just popped right off. So, we'll see. And then this one took the whole thing with it. So, alrighty. So, we'll just do this one first. Let's see. If I can pick it up and put it on my blue, I'd like to do that. Here it goes. Put that beautiful blue back down. Put that there so we might know something. Okay, so here's our two pieces that already popped out. And place them right back where they go so we don't lose how they're supposed to be. And then we'll pull this off. There we go. That came off very easily. And now this one, let's see, how many pieces does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you've got the outline of each one. So that'll give you 14. And then, let's see. And then you've got your outer border. So 15 pieces in total, I think. We'll count and see. All right. Make sure all of them come off. Let's get our border first. I'm funny like that. I'm just funny like that. I like my border to be over there before I start picking at all the little pieces. Now, it looks like there we go. Now these little lines right here, these little outlines, they are really neat to play with. And it looks like all the let's see, no, the actual border on this one has stitching, but the pieces do not. So this one's the opposite of the other one. Let's see if I can poke this one out. It looks like it might still be a little attached over here on this side. I'm not positive. Let's see. I don't want to tear my paper. Yeah, it didn't cut real good right there. That one spot. Let's see if that's the only spot. Well, looks like right here. It could have been the way I pushed it through too. Let's see. This one did fine. This one. Everybody's rollers on these machines are a little bit different. So what one person does and needs can be totally different than what the next one does. Always start by using the sandwich that's that they ask you to use, but then you kind of quirk it because you gotta figure out what your machine likes, because even though, you know, these rollers are made, you know, at the same company with the same brand or the same machine, it doesn't mean that all rollers are exactly the same. That's just part of it. Okay, those two right there, they still had a little edge on them that didn't come through. I mean, it's not major, but I do want to double check and make sure that that dye is not dull in those spots, that it's because of how I put it in the machine or something like that. So I'll probably run that back through. But here's all of our little pieces for this, and I'm going to move these out of the way because that one I'm going to recheck with a different color and maybe run it through and run it back and see if it cuts better, because you know, sometimes you do that and that's all it needs, because it felt like it was pretty tight. I don't really want to I don't want to put too much more pressure on it, but something about that one side just didn't want to take like the other side. But let's look at this one before we continue and see how it did. We'll lay this down, do our rolling while we lift one side, which this one's all together. Looky there. Let's see if it cut. Okay, this one needed more pressure. You can see right there where some of it is cut and cut very well, and then other parts of it are just like indentions, which is pretty. You know, it looks like an embossing folder. But it needed to cut. So we're going to put these both back in there. Well, I'm going to put this one back in there, and the other one I'm going to cut with a different color. I think we'll use the blue. So we'll put that back on that. And then this one, I can cut it down. Where's my... I think my good scissors are in the... Nope, there they are. Thought they were in the house too. Like, leave all the good stuff in the house and come out here to do a video and have all the backup stuff. Okay. So there's that. I'm going to send it through this way. See if that makes a difference. And then I just need to position this back on. Now, when I do that, I do like to use a little bit of washi tape just to keep it from flying off or going, you know, getting offline when I'm trying to redo one. So let me get, well, this tape will work. It's not washi tape, but it'll work. Okay. Because I don't have to touch the paper with it. So I'm just going to put a piece right there. And put a little piece right here. Okay. And then I'm hoping this just needs to go through twice or something. But I am going to run these in and out just to make sure. And then that one I'll do later and try to do it all new again and see if running it in and out would have done it. So okay, got our top plate on. Let's roll. That popped pretty good. And so did that one. So let's roll it back through. And we'll roll it a little bit slower. See if it gives it some time to dig into the paper. Okay. So if you're watching me, I'm just getting started on my YouTube channel. These are my first videos of me actually making something, so I'm sorry if they're not the best. Everything, hopefully, you know, will come to me as we go, but I'm playing it pretty simple right now. Oh, it cut out that time. I see a petal. But please, please, please leave me a comment, share with your friends, family, anybody. And also If you like my video, please hit like and subscribe to my channel. That's the only way that I can know if I'm doing any good, if anybody wants to see my videos. I do more crafts than just card making. I do pour painting. I do wreaths. I've made things like Alabama shutters, the American flag shutters. I make little things for baby showers. I do a lot of different things. I'm thinking I'm going to have a kid night, and that way there's a video out there each week that's for our little ones and different age groups and things like that, so that I can also, you know, let them know that they're not forgotten. But, you know, if there's something that you'd like to see me do, also, just in the comments, ask me if I know how to do it. And if I don't, I might learn with you. If I do know how to do it, then I probably won't have any kind of issue with doing it. I like to play. I like to do this. I had a kidney transplant 2 years ago, and my brother donated his kidney, and so I'm on disability. I'm at home. It was because of my diabetes. I have type 1 diabetes. I've had it since I was 10 years old, so I've had it about 42 years. So, you know, I have time when I'm not videoing to play with things, get things that I need, and try to do things that might interest different people. And I'm always interested in learning something new. So if there's anything that, you know, you want to share with me, you can. And if you don't want to video it, but you would like to see it on a video, you can tell me and we'll work on it together. But anyway, and I'm in Alabama. I don't know if you can tell from my accent, but I'm definitely a Southern girl. But I try to stay positive as much as I can and not get down and out. Immunosuppressives are not fun to take, but they're much better than dialysis. My brother is my hero. He saved my life, and you know, that's a big thing, and it's also something that makes me treasure, you know, the time that he gave me. And I want to do something that I like to do. I don't want to you know, sit around and do nothing. So, oh, there we go. Now that's pretty. I hope you can see that. Let me put it over a piece of blue, because blue is just pretty. There we go. That is really pretty. And then you could change up those petals and make all different colors, or, you know, however, and then fill them back in as you die cut each one. You can die cut 3 different colors and put the 3 colors there. You know, it's very beautiful. I could see how you could make it into stained glass, especially if you did it like with some vellum or something, some frosted vellum. I might try that one day. Okay, let me put that one up. So that one does cut. It just needs to go through twice, most likely. Now these little pieces, I will have them lost before I can I can get anything else done. I need a little envelope to put those in. Let's see, I think I got one right here. But yeah, I'm really wanting to do this. I used to work at the Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, Alabama, and I was a counselor over the Space Camp kids, and then I was supervisor over them, and then I was supervisor over the museum rides, and went back to counselor supervisor. And since I'm on disability and I'm not able to, you know, promise myself for so many hours or certain hours every day, it's really been lonely, and it's really been kind of sad. And I'm a people person, so that makes it, you know, pretty depressing at times. So I'm hoping that by doing this, I'm going to be able to reach people and, you know, make some friends along the way and learn new things and teach people things that they need to learn or would like to learn, not need. I don't think any of us need these things. We just love these things. Oh, this one cut out, I think. Let me see. I don't remember which side. I've got it over here. It looks like they're all falling out, so I think this one's going to be fine and dandy. Oh, yeah. Yep. This one got them all. So there you go. And there's your stitching on this one. The stitching's actually on the actual border instead of on the pieces. So that's really neat. I like that. Okay. Well, guys, that is all I've got for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did, and I'm very impressed with these In Love Arts pieces, or what was the little fox? See my little fox? Hello. The Coca Rosa Studio, or Coca Rosa Dyes, is on Instagram. Instagram, it's Coca Rosa Dyes, and on Facebook, it's Coca Rosa Studio. And that is the company that made these dyes. And they offer a large selection of cutting dyes, clear stamps, and so on at a reasonable price. Inspiring crafters and unleashing their creativity is what Coca Rosa pursues. Well, that's all for now, guys, and please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've ever bought anything from them. I may get something else from them. I'm really impressed with the ones I got today, so they seem to know what they're doing. So, all right, and I will see you later. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.